Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today is B-Side Saturday. Oh yeah! We are talking about the stuff that I've been listening to in the week that I have not shown on camera. Now, I haven't done one of these in a while due to the Christmas limbo where no one knows what day it is. It all gets a bit stranger things around here with the calendars, but it's okay. We are here. So, let's take a bloody look at what I've been listening to, shall we? I've got quite a few bits here to try and make up for the lack of B-Side Saturdays. And, well, I say a few bits. I've got 8 bits here. Oh, no, 9. Oh, yes. Get a load of these. Let's start off with the... so I've got 7 CDs, an LP, and a cassette to show you. Oh, yeah. So let's get started off with, well, why not? This one here is right near me. We are talking about Turn Loose the Swans by My Dying Bride. Woo-wee! Really cool album. Not everyone's cup of tea, obviously. Funeral Doom ain't for everyone, which is, is what it is. But for me, absolutely fantastic stuff. This was the first album I heard by this band. The song Your River was the first song I heard, and is probably still my favourite song of theirs to this day. Got all 6 of them there on the back. And this is back when they were good, of course. None of this Jacobean rough, oh, look at my fancy shoes. No, this is back in the straight jacket days. Oh, yes. And you got the... look at this. Yeah, it's got your lyrics there. Nice and simple. Just thrown out into a little 2-pager. Done and dusted. Which is always cool. Get your 7 songs plus 3 bonus tracks on this version. There's the 3 bonus tracks down there. These ones are... look at that. The track list. They're like bookend sort of thing. Like book spines. Really cool. I like stuff like that. Got sort of stitched and put onto things, and yeah, it's really cool. I like a bit of originality there. Really eerie, atmospheric, and dark, and like when it comes to a funeral doom, this one really is the one. In fact, I'd probably have Your River played at my funeral if I ever had one, but I don't want one. So hopefully, one of my relatives will have the common sense just to leave me in a bin somewhere, and the council can pay for the disposing of my body. Cheating the system. So, what do we have next? Let's take a little looky-loo. We have got Morbosidad. Oh, yes. And their album, Muerte de Cristo en Golgotha, which is the Death of Christ in Golgotha, which is the first Morbosidad album I heard. This was my introduction to them back in 2013, when I was listening to Archgoat, I believe, and then the Hammer of Satan cover from this record popped up, and I thought, ooh, I'll listen to that, and thought, that sounded cool. Listened to the rest of it, and was like, that's really fucking cool. So, had to make that happen, of course. Got that cool ass Chris Moyen artwork on the front there, as per. You got your lyrics, of course, all in Spanish, which is fucking beautiful, because it's the most evil language, well, as far as sound-wise goes anyway, in my opinion, so it works perfectly. Absolutely brilliantly. You've got this lovely, cool sort of Molboso metal. Oh, yes. Morbid as fuck. And Bestial Death, or Muerte Bestial, which is very cool. Very, very cool. And you got your track list on the back there. As you can see, you got the Archgoat cover on the end. Hammer of Satan. So, very cool shit. Plenty of blast beats on this bad boy. Clean beats as well, mate. They're just... the guy's done them before. Yeah, this was put out by NWN, Nuclear War Now Productions and Old Temple. So, very cool stuff there. If I had to pick a favourite song off here, I would be very, very... Veneración de la Bestia Suprema is a very good track. It's got a nice sort of slow opening. So not slow, but sort of mid-pace. It really does cut the album sort of into a sort of I would say breaks the monotony, but it's not a monotonous album in any stretch of the imagination. Just straight up Black Death, the way it should be. Fast, brutal, and just fucking dirty. And it's got some really nice sloppy playing in places as well, so it really adds to that kind of, yeah, all about that. So yeah, you put this on, and even if you're not into metal, you'll hear it and go, oof, that's a bit unholy, isn't it? And you would be correct, good sir. Now, up next, we've got a doubler. We've got a doubler, and by a doubler, I mean two from the same band. That's right. But first of all, let's talk about their. This is their second album, I believe. This is Languish by Raw. Oh, absolute beast. These are a couple of lads from Indonesia, really pumping out the sort of almost putridity styled brutal death metal, but a little bit slammier. And not too much. It's definitely not slam records. I mean, they are, full on BDM, but it's just a bit more in the way of that sort of structure, I guess you could say, as far as the music goes and whatnot. And on the inside, you've literally just got this this picture. He's got a picture of that one geezer there. Look, I think he was the sole one behind this. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. Okay, yeah. So all yeah. So this one's just a one-man band project on this one. And, but what's cool about this is that the intro, which is according to the notes, is the guy from this band's younger sister doing the talking on it. It's very cool. But yeah, the intro was the longest track on the album. It's brilliant. So you've got a good number of I think it's 9 songs on here, and 9 tracks plus one intro, but the entire thing is less than 20 minutes. In fact, I think it's less than 18 minutes. I think it's like 17 minutes something. So definitely, my kind of thing. Brutal Mind. Got the cooler CD there, a little bit different, got a bit of blueness going on. You've got the Raw logo there. I like their logo as well. It's got a cool sort of like windswept, thorny, fiery kind of scabby look about it. But this is definitely one. If you like brutal death metal, you can do a lot worse in Raw. Trust me. One word track titles as well, which makes a nice change. There's nothing like paradox symbols, symbiotic flagellation, telekinesis, morosis, or anything. No, just straight up. Let's go. Mephitis, mucky, rank, pus, soreness, languish, carrion, sore. Brilliant. That's usually one track title from most of these bands, so great to see that. And then we've got their other artists. This is the first one, I think. This one actually has a drummer as well with it, I believe. I think this was the 2-piece one, was it, maybe? But no, maybe not. It says they're a 2-piece on Metal Archives, but who knows? Got a single picture of him again there, so who knows? Maybe he did do all of it again. Who even knows? But look at that artwork. Oh, yes. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. So it's kind of like sort of Indonesian pyramid thing going on. Very, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's called the Persecute Heinous as well. Sorry, I was trying to look at it and I was like, these Aztecs? I don't think they're Aztecs. I mean, they might be. But, yeah. I think I've seen Indonesian sort of pyramids like that anyway from a lot of your documentaries and shit. But look at that guy. He is pissed off. I don't know who pissed in his porridge, but someone did. And he is not happy. But again, on this record, 8 songs, one's an intro. No, sorry, 8 tracks, one's an intro. So you get 7 songs, and again, one word track titles. So intro, shreds, wriggle, blindly, minced, spurt, sick, stab. Done. That's what we like. And again, Brutal Mind. Nice little close up there of the boobies. But yeah, absolutely savage disc. Big fan. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, again, this is like a 17-minute record, maybe 18. So you get a nice, quick sort of, I think with this kind of music, this sort of putridity style kind of ultra brutal death metal, that's kind of what you want, you know? You don't want it to go on for too long. You want short little blasts and then be like, oh, I'm putting that gun on again. So that's how Aaron rolls anyway. So you've got 2 great albums there from Raw. I believe this is all they've put out besides their like promos and demos. I think they've done a few of those, maybe like a split or something. I can't remember. But yeah, as far as full lengths go, I'm pretty sure this is all they've got. And these are, again, they're like brother-sister albums. Remember how we talked about them before? Like with fucking Asphyx, like those first 2 records. Same story. Just put these on back to back and you are well away. And seeing as we're talking about brutal death metal, let's make it happen. We're talking about California, Disgorge, Consume the Forsaken. This is their second full length. Absolute brilliant. This is the one that's got AJ Magana on vocals. He does a fantastic job as well. You've got your boys there. You've got Ricky Myers on drums, of course. A lot of you will know him as the singer from Suffocation, you know, their current singer. And got Diego Sanchez, he's a lad, really nice guy. Ben Marlin, rest in peace, also a very nice guy. You got your fucking, look at that angel being torn to bits by demons. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that, can you? And then you've got this fucking, get a load of this. You got your nice lyric set up on the inside with a little bit of art stuff going on in the background, very Geiger-esque, or Giga, or Giger, as I've heard one person call him, pretentious cunt. And you got there, yeah, so very nice stuff. And this is an absolute classic. If you like blast beats and fantastic riffage and just unpredictable maniacal drumming, you can do a lot worse in Consume the Forsaken. This was put out by Unique Leader Records in, I think it was like 2001, 2002? I think it was 2001. Oh, and Coyote Records did the, I believe this was the, yeah, reissue maybe. Because I did have these before. This is the second time I've had to buy it because there's a lot, you know, I had to sell a lot of records back in the day to pay for things, which is a gutting. But what's cool about this on the back, this is not to be sold outside Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, or Kazakhstan. Well, I bought it. It's yep. Yeah. So never mind. Got to be done. But yeah, absolute classic, brutal death metal. Just again, it's. I mean, Chile Gutted is my favourite Discord record, but like this, Consume the Forsaken, Cranial Impalement, those are probably right behind it, just like squeezing in, like, oh, move over, come on now. Though, and even though the first half of Cranial Impalement is the demos, maybe even that demo record I've got is probably my favourite overall. But if we're talking full lengths, then yeah, Chile Gutted is definitely my favourite. But this is by no means like any worse, so to speak. It's absolutely fucking incredible. And it's got a little sort of Bible verse kind of style track listing, which is you know, cool. Got all that going on, but it's done in a sort of I don't know. It's cool. I like it. I don't know what to tell you, but yep, really cool shit. Just if you like Suffocation turned up to 11, Disgorge have got you. Has to be done. Next, we have got an absolute classic, quite possibly the greatest gore grind EP ever made. We are of course talking about the Relapse Records classic Necrology by General Surgery. Absolutely unfuckable. You get 10 tracks on here in the space of 20 odd minutes, maybe 20, 21 minutes. You know, so doing it right, of course. Got that nice open sort of thing going on, nice and simple. Lyrics there, Only lyrics for 6 songs plus an intro, because the other 3 songs, they're also already on here, but they're demo sort of tracks, recordings. So very, very cool shit there. I mean, if you're not familiar with General Surgery, first of all, where you been? Don't worry. A lot of people are new to this stuff, and every video is someone's first video. So General Surgery, if you like Carcass and, you know, the likes, like the early stuff, these guys were pretty much the first Carcass clone to sort of come out and be like, you know, to really like just do it. And we're like, we don't give a shit. Here's our Carcass record. How you like that? You know, first really to do it right, I'd say. You know, I mean, you've got like what were they called? The dudes from Grave, they did that little Carcass thing, that little demo. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but yeah, you know the one I'm on about. But this was like the first guys to like do it and be like, yeah, this is our sound all around. This isn't a little shitty thing. This is like our absolute naughtiness. I mean, you got to open in they kind of set a tone as well, man, because like a lot of gore grind bands now, their opening track will be a instrumental, and you know, much like with Rika Putrefaction, so of course these guys with Ominous Lamentation were like, yeah, we got an intro song as well with the instrumentals, and pretty much from there, that kind of set the standard of gore grind bands opening their records with instrumentals. So yeah. Very, very, very cool stuff. Revolutionary in the gore grind sort of era. And I think this was like 1990 maybe. Originally came out on 7-inch. But yeah. General Surgery, Necrology. Like that happened. Easy enough to find and easy enough to grind. He made a rhyme. Up next, we have got another classic from 1986. This is another, excuse me. This is another Extreme Cult Series 10 Inches of Death Cult release from Extreme Music. Had to be done. This is, of course, Nightmare Continues by Necrophagia. Absolutely incredible stuff. As far as I'm concerned, this is all you goddamn need. This has got their Nightmare Continues demo from 86 and an unreleased 7-inch EP from the same year. And those last 4 tracks are very short, very to the point, very aggressive, very nice. But yeah, those first 4 tracks as well, you got it right there. There's the band there. Loitering, I would add. So yeah, but really, really cool album. I mean, a lot of people would argue that Necrophagia were the first death metal band, like proper. And yeah, that's cool. I ain't got a problem with that. You know, do what you got to do, innit? But yeah, I mean, I don't really care who was first and who wasn't. This is just I just enjoy listening to it, and this was an absolute banger, absolute classic. It's raw, it's nasty, and it's just groovy as well. And like always, you get this really cool inlay where it's got the original tape layout, some little flyers and zine appearances and whatnot, a little bit of story time and some lyrics and whatnot. So always fun stuff. Always cool to get these Extreme Cult series from Extreme Music. Sort of darkened artwork there, but yeah, I mean, this whole thing is up on that's on the Extreme Music YouTube channel, so just jump on there, give this a playthrough, and whoa, if you're not familiar with Necrophagia, this is probably the best place to start, and in my opinion, finish. I like their albums aren't bad. I've heard them, but I just feel like they just go on a bit, and cool. Obviously, I get how important they are, particularly for the time that they came out and whatnot. But the albums just don't do anything for me. For me personally, I just throw this on, and I'm good. You know, 20 minutes worth of very dirty, grimy death metal. You know, sort of. You know, it can sort of. If you're into Deceased, Luck of the Corpse, imagine a sort of more grimier version of that thrown into this. This is just, yeah. This is what you want. Just ask Nate in the comments. He'll tell you. He'll say, yeah, that's the rotten stuff. Oh yes. So that's the CDs taken care of. And next we're going to take a look at the cassette because it's right here. And this finally got a reissue last year, and I was able to grab it from Grindfather Productions. We are of course talking about Crime Against Humanity by Nausea. Absolute classic grind record, I believe, from 90, 91, something. Yeah, 91. Yeah, but yeah, great record again. Just over 20 minutes, and he's got like old Oscar Garcia of Terrorizer fame, and it's also got the Live Crime record on here as well to get the whole live set as well. So very, very cool stuff. I mean, this. If you're expecting something to sound like Terrorizer, don't get your hopes up. But this definitely does lean still into the heavier side of things. There's death metal influences in there for sure. But yeah, I mean, a good place to start if you wanted would be the Nausea Terrorizer split. Now, that's a cool record. That's got both the Nausea demo and the Terrorizer demo on there. So, and of course, Oscar Garcia doing the vocals on both. So really, really cool shit. I mean, if you're into your grind and you want to find out more sort of still a big name in the grind scene, but never quite got the attention that other bands did, which is unfortunate, especially considering who's in the band. But yeah, definitely one to get hold of or check out online and whatnot. I very much recommend it. It also got a CD and vinyl reissue as well. I don't know if Grindfather did the CD and vinyl as well. Maybe not. I don't know, because sometimes they just do the tape versions of stuff. But definitely worth your time. Nausea, Crime Against Humanity, aggressive, nasty, raw, just straight up dirt. Oh, yes. And finally, seeing as we've got a bit more grind on the go, we are talking about this fantastic little split called In Fear We Trust. Boom! With Psychoneurosis, Heruda Profunda, and Suffering Quota. Very, very cool stuff there. Look, very, very cool. Here's the back. And you can see, very nice. This is a single-sided split, which is always fun. You've got your layout here, got your bits there, your lyrics and whatnot, and on the other side you have the in memoriam of the Psychoneurosis singer. May he rest in peace, Raphael. But get a load of this coolness. Now, if you like your grind to definitely have a bit of a, you know, still some heavy riffage going on, but still very in-your-face kind of hardcore influence as well. You could do a lot worse than this split. I mean, this split altogether runs around 15, 16 minutes. So definitely a nice quick one to check out and, you know, do your whole thing. But get a load of this. So like we say, this is a single-sided, and on the other side it's got the etching. But look at this. It's see-through. I don't know if you can make it out. It says In Fear We Trust at the top, and then it's got a sort of a artwork there of the guy with his blindfold on. Don't really know if you can make that out. See, so you got the there's his hair up there. Look, there's his mouth. There's his chin. Yeah, it's pretty hard to try and make out here, isn't it? But either way, it looks bloody cool. So very nice stuff there. We don't mind a bit of see-through, particularly if they put some thought into it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So that's always cool to see. And yeah, like I say, this is just quarter of an hour of really aggressive sort of grindy stuff. You know, it's got that sort of very left-wing kind of thing going on, which is, you know, absolutely fine. You know, I don't agree with everything they say, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here for the tunes. Same when it comes to the right-wing stuff. I don't give a shit about your opinion. I just like your music. This is put out by 783 Punks, which I believe is the guitarist from Herida Profunda's label. Really nice guy. I've dealt with him a couple times in the past through like label shit, and always been very friendly. But yeah, really, really cool split, worth getting hold of. It's also available, I believe this was also done in a pizza box cassette as well, so those are always cool. So that might be worth picking up if you can find it anywhere. But this is obviously the cool ass LP version. So yeah, nice little mix there. We've got some gore grind, brutal death. We've got some funeral doom, a bit of black metal. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. So, what have you guys been listening to this week? Let me know down in the comments if there's anything good. And I'll catch you boys and girls, in fact, a little bit later. I may even go live at some point over the weekend. We'll see. Let me know in the comments. Catch y'all in a bit. Support the underground, your local record store. I'll catch you on the flip side, son.